Hey everyone, and a happy 2019. I'm getting this vlog done whilst Julian's asleep, as I've been wanting to talk about the two recent sci-fi shows that I've taken an interest in. The first obvious one was Star Trek Discovery, and the second one being the Orville. I've only briefly talked about this in the past, but I want to take the opportunity as season 2 is about to start broadcasting for Australia. That'll be January 4th. We're actually getting it a lot quicker than we did season 1. Now, way back, I think it was in mid-2017, I put up a vlog with the coming of Star Trek Discovery. It was a bit of a rant about how the Trekkies were reacting to it and being extremely negative. Now, that might be something I'll cover in another vlog, just about my reactions to Star Trek Discovery. But in that, I did mention it was also about the Orville. I perhaps wasn't as enthusiastic about the show, but I did give it a chance, and I did watch it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Eleanor also seemed to enjoy it quite a bit, and yeah, so we're both looking forward to it returning to for another season. Yeah, and just seeing where the adventures of the USS Orville take it. Now, I have this book. I have talked about this in the past because I think I got it. It was a Christmas present from 2017, and it's the only bit of Orville merchandise I currently have. There's not much out there at the moment, but I would really love a model or something of the ship to go with my collection. I think it would be really cool. So yeah, I was originally skeptical about the Orville, being that Seth MacFarlane was behind it. I never really got into his TV shows, Family Guy or American Dad, but then I did enjoy, to a point, his movies Ted and A Million Ways to Die in the West. So I was just slightly unsure of how he'd present this. I was thinking maybe it would be a complete spoof parody like Galaxy Quest, which there's nothing wrong with that. Galaxy Quest is a really good movie, but I don't know how that would hold up as a series. I thought it would be more of a parody / piss take on Star Trek, but what he was able to do was sort of take the spirit of what the old Star Trek shows were and put that into this new contemporary feel. Sure, there's some humor in it, but it's very relatable humor. It's stuff that you or I would do. You know, in the first episode, there's a scene where they're talking to someone on a planet, and in the background there's a dog cleaning himself. And when the transmission's over, one of the guys turns to the other and goes, "Did you see the dog licking its balls?" I mean, it's that sort of humor, which is so different to, say, Star Trek The Next Generation, where everyone's very serious and you know, there's not much room for humor except for you know, the occasional thing that Data might say, or in the original series it was something that Spock might do, or so there's a bit more it feels a bit more comfortable. There's not so much technobabble, and you know, we got to know the crew fairly well in that first season. I'd have to say, yeah, and big fan of most of the crew. There were some good episodes. There were some that didn't really hit the mark. I thought the pilot episode wasn't as strong as it could be, but it did get a lot better. And there were some great cameos throughout. We had Liam Neeson, Charlize Theron, as well as some from some big names from Star Trek were involved in front and behind of the cameras. So Jonathan Frakes, who is William Riker from TNG, he directed an episode or two. Robert Duncan McNeil from Voyager also directed one of the episodes, and Robert Picardo, who played the emergency medical hologram from Voyager, appeared as Alara's father in one episode, and I think he's going to make a return in season 2. As for the main cast, the characters were all quite good, even though it is Seth MacFarlane. I feel Captain Mercer is a really good role for him. First Officer Grayson, you know, obviously there's something between those two which they're exploring and sort of working through. A big fan of Elara Katan. I think you know, she's obviously quite attractive, but also just has a really good role, and unfortunately it sounds like she may not last the entire season 2, so we'll have to see how that goes. Bortus is quite a good character, and I like how they played with some humor with him when he was about to get up and sing some karaoke. I thought that was quite good. course, you have Gordon and Lamar, who are who just make up the crew, and they add a lot to the humor, and Claire as well, who we should recognize from Deep Space Nine as Sisko's girlfriend. Yeah, so it's great to have her on board. Although the whole storyline with Yaphet chasing her, the gelatinous creature, was a bit weird, and it got really weird. But, I suppose that's what happens. Isaac, the android character, he also had some really good moments. Chopping off Gordon's leg and learning how to parent were two standouts for him. And let's not forget Ensign Turco. For the very few seconds of screen time she had, she made a big impression. Look, I don't know, I'm kind of rambling a bit, I suppose, but I really did enjoy the first season of The Orville. I know a few friends of mine did as well, so very much looking forward to seeing where season 2 takes us. The previews are looking good. I mean, they can make any preview look good these days, but it's looking like it'll be bigger and better, and it's about to start. So yeah, looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to some more merchandise. Come on, folks, bring out something. I'll buy a model of the ship. I want to display it somewhere. So yeah, it'll be really cool. So yeah, if you're a fan of The Orville, let us know what you think. I know a lot of the sites and social media that I've been on, the comparisons between The Orville and Discovery are definitely more biased towards The Orville, in that it is a better tribute to what old Star Trek was about, rather than what this new darker vision of Star Trek currently is. I'm not going to weigh in on that just yet. I'm giving Discovery a chance. It's different, but it's still quite good. But I will say this: I enjoyed watching The Orville season 1 a lot more than I did the first run through of Discovery season 1. Now that could be because it's a new universe and they have nothing to fall back on. They can make it up as they go, whereas Discovery is trying to shoehorn itself into an existing timeline of events and how things look and feel, and they've certainly done a few things to rattle the cage, I suppose, for the Star Trek fans. As I said, that's probably a discussion for another time. So anyway, as I said, so yeah, but as I was saying, so I did enjoy watching The Orville a lot more than I did Discovery, but I think that was just because of differing levels of expectations. Yeah, so enough about that. Bring on The Orville, and yeah, let's see where we are at the end of season 2. Discovery season 2 will also be starting in mid-January, so I may do another vlog about that at some point. Anyway, so that's it. Rambling. Happy New Year, and hopefully 2019 is a good one for you all. Yeah, I'll chat in the next one, guys. See yous.